From the News Channel 8 studios, let's talk live with your hosts, Natasha Barrett and Melanie Hastings.
Hopefully you're not feeling a little down, like maybe luck is not on your side. Well, if you are, we have a solution for that.
Cyndy Bragg, the Whoopie Queen, is here to give us tips on how to whoop it up and make your own luck. And you just have a little, you have green all over you, don't you?
I've got my baubles on.
Your bubbles?
You do. You're
My
all ready
baubles.
for St. Patty's Day.
This is Stella and Dot. One of my girlfriends let me borrow it.
Oh, fun.
Do you know that line?
Yeah, they make very cute stuff.
It's very
So you
colorful.
party it up for St. Patty's Day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's another
I'm going to a
excuse
party
to party.
Saturday. I have a little crown and a boa that's green. You got to get your green shamrock it.
So would you consider yourself a person where luck is on your side?
I definitely would.
Yeah?
And I think that's part of some of the things we're going to talk about is like what makes someone lucky and what makes someone feel unlucky, and then how can they turn that around and make your own luck.
A lot of people say you're in control of how you're feeling, how you're going to feel that day, and how you can project on others. And you seem to be one. You always walk in here and you have this great attitude. And I think it's hard for others that get stuck in a rut to get in that place.
Right. Well, as the Whoopie Queen, I'm all about fun and frolic, and so I want to whoop it up and teach some tips on how to create your own luck.
Okay, numero uno.
So we can create our own.
You don't most certainly
Because it
can.
kind of goes against the whole term luck, which you think is just haphazard.
Right. But
we can create it.
Yep, and I've got 5 great tips.
Okay.
So the first one is to be opportunistic. They say luck is preparation meets opportunity. And there's this great story today. You guys probably reported on it. Billy Joel was giving a lecture at Vanderbilt University, and this student was in the audience. And after the talk, he raised his hand and said, "Can I get on stage and play a song with you, Billy?" And so we invited him up, and he played New York State of Mind. And afterwards, Billy gave him tons of props and was like, "You're going to know this guy's name's Michael Pollack. This guy, is set now." So he was prepared. He was obviously a musician. Took the gumption and he got out there and he performed with Billy Joel.
Something most people would be very frightened to do, because it's rejection right there from Billy Joel.
Right, he could have said no, but he had the courage to get up there and try it. And there's another great story. There's this wonderful book called The Luck Factor, and he's an expert on luck, and he gave this great story about how there was this man visiting New York City, he's a tourist, walking by the Plaza Hotel, and he sees a passerby waving, "Hi, Mr. Buffett." And he's like, "Could that be Mr. Buffett?" So he goes over, introduces himself, shakes his hand. A year later, Warren Buffett bought his company, and he was the owner of the chain of Hellsberg Diamonds.
Oh my God.
So this is the kind of stuff where you just have to make your own luck happen. You have to just go for it.
Or we just need to stalk celebrities.
Okay,
That's what
that
you're saying.
too.
I can
Yes.
do that too.
Yeah.
Can you be lucky? Can you be lucky like if you play the lottery?
Well, there is a thing where people believe that they are lucky. We're going to talk about that in one of the tips, where you have to believe you're lucky.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right. So your next one?
So the next one is to grow the lemons. And I know that we've all heard the adage. I especially like this one, actually, because I've been called a tart a time or two. So I'm like, grow the lemons. I was at a lecture. And this woman, her name is Dr. Ann Davin, and she is a soul psychologist, a depth psychologist, and that's the study of the soul. And she gave this talk about how we know that, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. But she takes it a step further, and to create your own good fortune, you should grow the lemons. And that sort of means, don't sit back and wait for things to happen. You have to figure out and maneuver what you can do to create your own path.
Okay, I think we can do that.
I did this with comedy. I was doing open mics and taking classes, and I have 2 kids, so I can't, be out at open mics 3 and 4 times a week to get noticed and get booked. So I decided, grow the lemons. I'm going to grow some lemons. And I made my own shows with women, for women, and we did 5 shows last year for over 200 women each in New York City, Atlanta, here in Bethesda. So it's just get creative, figure out, okay, this is the typical path, but what am I going to do to make my own way?
You still want to do it, how are you going to make your way? And
Right.
you're doing it, which is awesome.
You hear about actors or actresses especially who, they get passed up for parts, so then they end up eventually just founding their own production company, and then they can create the scripts and star themselves in it. And Sandra Bullock, a big one who did that. Many films that she's been behind as well as in front of the camera.
I think that the lessons crystal lights right there. It's easy, but you got to sit back and say, how can I make my own path, and not be a victim to what life's bringing you.
All right, next up on your list.
Okay, so next up is the do, be, have list. Have you ever heard of this? Okay. So there's this incredible woman named Barbara Stanny. She is the daughter of the R from H&R Block. So this is a woman who knows about wealth and abundance. And she gave a retreat in Baltimore. Another one's coming up in May called Sacred Success. And one of the exercises was to write out your do, be, have list. And there's lots of categories from vocational, spiritual, family, social, and there's like 7 categories. They're on my blog if you want to download the form. My blog's blog, whoopiequeen.com. And, you know, there's a lot of power into writing out your dreams. So you write out your dreams, and then eventually you get in that mindset that I am a journalist, I am a fun maker, I am a comedian, whatever it is. You start believing in yourself by writing this stuff down.
So do, is there a category for do and another
Category
one
for
be,
and then have for each of the categories.
Okay.
Make
So
it.
write it down.
It'll happen.
And it'll happen.
Right.
Magic.
Oh yeah, I wish it was just so easy. We're running out of time, but I wanted to talk about your treats right here.
thank you.
She is the Whoopie Queen. She makes whoopie pies, obviously, and they're always great. What did you do differently this time around?
So these are Irish coffee cake with a Bailey's cream filling, and they have a little rainbow on top and a pot of gold, and then there's some yummy, you know, vanilla with vanilla almond icing with coins and the leprechauns. The templates on my blog, and the other tips are on my blog too if you want to go there.
Well, Cyndy, good to have
Thank
you
you for
on. Miss
having
Whoopie
me.
Queen.
And if we eat these, will we be lucky?
You will get so much luck in your life. You'll be walking around like
Which
little
one is the
leprechaun.
luckiest one of you?
Oh,
the one with the
pot of
rainbow.
gold. Yeah, you'll be walking around like the leprechaun singing. He's always after me like a charm.
Hey, it's worth
Cindy,
a try.
thank you.
Thanks,
Coming
Cindy.
up on the show, we're going to take a look.